Hey all, and welcome back to the Hellfirecom Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour. Thinking I should have probably renamed this to like the Tokusatsu and Super Sentai Henshin Power Hour, but whatever. We're stuck now, and I'm stubborn. Kato's already made the logo. Anywho, today we're going to be taking a look at what episode is this? Episode 24 of the Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, which is an Irish-American fantasy adventure television series set in a fantasy version of ancient Ireland, created by Saban Entertainment, of course. Loosely based on actual Irish mythology, the name revised from Tir na Nog, one of the other worlds of Irish mythology. It was Saban's first fantasy series to involve knights, dragons, and wizards. Helldragon?
I've actually seen this, when I was, growing up for that, and I actually think, now, Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, it didn't last as long as, of course, the other shit for that. I know it's one of your favorite Toku series, but I think the timing for this was great, not just because of the fact that it is Power Rangers, but because of the fact that, like, Hercules and Xena were running at this time on syndication, and yeah, this actually fits really good for it, and I love the suits in this series, they look great, knights are always cool, it wasn't my favorite, but at the same time, I didn't dislike this show, so it'll be nice to kind of see it, although with what you got here, seeing it's going to be hard, because this thing is fucking potato quality.
Yeah, sorry guys, we literally scoured the internet, this was the best one we could find, so apologies, but let's get right on into it. Again, syncing instructions are in the video description, so have a look there if you're confused. If not, let's get right on into it. In 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie, I will enjoy all of this via my left ear. Here's the plot, as it stands. Queen Maeve of Temura seeks to conquer the peaceful kingdom of Kells and enlists the evil fairy Maida, who gives her the mystical runestone, allowing Maeve to use sorcery, most often to create ogres and evil giants, whom she sends to wreak havoc, obviously. When King Concobar of Kells seeks a way to protect his kingdom, protagonist Rohan, a druid's apprentice, goes in search of the prophesied hero Draganta, with his friend, the reformed thief Angus. Later joined by the foreign Prince Ivar and Concobar's daughter, Princess Deirdre, they are drawn into Tir na Nog, whose King Finvara puts the group through various tests to determine their worthiness. The heroes having passed these tests, King Finvara gives them certain weapons, granting them control of the classical elements of air, fire, earth, and water. Then they overcome, like, evil sentinels and whatnot to capture the corresponding suits of armor and oppose the blah blah blah. Toys for everyone.
Man, that is a lot of consonants that I was not prepared for. Now, I know you picked this particular episode because we're actually going to meet another member of the team that they added later on, the Mystic Knight of Force. I don't remember this episode very well, so you'll please have to bear with me. I just remember the armors, seeing the toys every so often. I thought, oh, those look cool, and then I never got any, so that's how it worked.
I'm going to run down the characters here. We have Rohan, an orphan raised by the druid Cathbad. He's noble, courageous, and steadfast. His weapon is the Sword of Kells, which can emit fire. He also has possession of the Dragon's Breath Dagger, which he can use to summon Pyre, the Dragon of Dare.
I mean, that was a pretty good one, obviously. Dragons are always nice. And then they had a few others. I always thought the lady's armor was weird, because it's just like, they start at the top of her, they armor her up, and then they just leave the rest bare, which is always a good sign when you're, flinging weapons at each other.
Yeah, hers was probably my least favourite armor, just because the mask was a bit doofy. But major points if you can spot who is going to be the 6th ranger for this team in the scene, if you can't even see anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of surprised this hasn't gotten, like, much of a widespread, more release. Because Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, I know it wasn't exactly popular, but it had its fans. I mean, okay, yes, it wasn't like Beetleborgs tier in terms of popularity, but it wasn't a bad show considering what it was trying to do. It was an original Toku adaptation, creation for that, and I definitely have to give it props.
Actually, not an adaptation at all. This is completely original. Why it's in the series, well, I'm the one running it. I can make exceptions if I want to. There was actually going to be a second season called Mystic Knights Battle Thunder, but it was cancelled, and its budget was actually put towards Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, that was always a good idea.
Yeah, but it had 50 episodes. It ran from September 1st, 98 to May 7th, 99, and It sure was an attempt. It sure was. But there seems to be like a lot of actual like native Irish actors here, like Lachlan O'Mirian, Lisa Dwan. I'm assuming they're Irish. But yeah, to transform, to morph, if you will, each of the Mystic Knights has to call out their element with like a following suffix. Like Rohan, the guy of fire, says fire within me. Deirdre says air above me. Ivar says water around me. Angus says earth beneath me. And the upcoming person says forest before me.
And then there's the one that has the powers of the drunkard. He says bile swirling around within me.
Thoughts betwixt me. But it's funny, actually, Garrett's storyline, he's obviously the Mystic Knight of Forest. He wields the twin timber axes that can shoot a beam of energy for reasons unknown. His storyline is actually similar to that of Tommy Oliver, because Garrett first came to Kells to claim his bride prior to joining the other knights. He was magically controlled by Maeve, and something, evil bants happened. It's essentially like Green with Evil, but it's like Wood of Evil.
Well, to be fair, I mean, let's face it, Green with Evil, the Green Ranger, that shit made bank. So it makes sense that Saban would do it again with Mystic Knights.
Yes, there are fairies, there are fair folk, it's Irish mythology, what were you expecting?
I was expecting something realistic, well now I'm just disappointed.
It's like I'm watching Nightmare, although I think, like, this had better graphics than Nightmare, just in terms of blending the CGI and whatnot.
Well, to be fair, they didn't have to stick a game show on top of it either, so...
No, man. Can someone commission, like, Nightmare comms? I want to cover, like, a winning quest so bad. There we go. When you are chosen, you must be taken to become a Mystic Knight. If you fail, you get sent home with, like, I don't know, a stick of commiseration rock or something. Rock being candy. Helldragon wouldn't know that. He's filthy and American.
We know what candy is like.
Cathbad is the bearded dude, by the way, a druid and advisor to the king.
And you all are probably going, well, Merlin here sure knows his deal from his deal, and I guess you'd be right.
Yeah, so let's carry on down the Mystic Knights thing, because I have nothing else to say until the plot actually decides to get off its ass. Let's see, how did Rowan acquire his armor? Let's see, to win his red and gold mystic armor, he had to defeat the Ice Lord of Tambra. Sweet. Then we have Deirdre, the Princess of Kells, which is weird to me, because Deirdre was the name of a character on a soap opera called Coronation Street. Her weapon is not the Coronation Street Deirdre, the Mystic Knight Deirdre, is the Whirlwind Crossbow, which shoots a burst of air. To win her white and gold mystic armor, she had to defeat the Lightning Bat of Tambra. She's the logical-minded one of the Mystic Knights, and therefore is sometimes frustrated by her companion's wacky foibles.
Yep. Oh, it's the girl. Better make her the logical one, right? Now, it has been so long since I've seen this show, I could have sworn this guy used to be human-sized. Don't quote me on that. I'm sure there's some lore in there that dictates why he is now as tall as a goblet.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. He's a dark fairy. He uses the silver chalice from Ivar's kingdom to transport back and forth between a dark realm to increase his powers. I think that's him. I'm not entirely sure. Everything's Irish to me.
Yeah, it's a little bit too Irish. We're gonna have to back off here.
Then we have Ivar, a prince from a distant land, possibly Al-Andalus or North Africa, obviously because he's black. Ivar came to Kells in search of his country's sacred chalice. It was later revealed that the chalice was stolen by Torque, Maeve's general. His weapon, which was probably my favourite next to the sword, is the barbed trident, which shoots blue bolts of electricity. To obtain his blue and gold armour, probably my favourite armour as well, he had to defeat the Sea Serpent of Nemra. He's loyal to his friends, or to his friends even, but can be distracted by his search for the stolen chalice, often to his detriment. He later gains the Defender vehicle from Torque.
I mean, with the way the armor's all playing out, things like that, I'm now, again, getting cues of, like, Ronin warriors with how all their armor and weapons are set up. Things like that, especially the blue guy, remind me a bunch of the Ronin warrior. I don't know his fucking name, but he had like the golden bow, and he was in the blue armor. That guy was pretty neat, so I'm just getting huge vibes of that now.
Actually, this isn't bad overall, like the splicing of the regular-sized people and the fair folk and whatnot. It's not as, like, crisp and clean as, you know, Lord of the Rings would have it in later years, but they're trying, bless them.
Well, you have to make do with 90s technology. A movie like Lord of the Rings couldn't have been done, I think, well around this time, so...
Oh, he's dead. Well, roll credits.
Well, that's a good way to get your armor. Can you not die? Here, you get a reward.
Okay, and the last Mystic Knight is Angus, Rowan's best friend, a well-known, boastful, reformed thief who often gets into trouble. His weapon is the Terra Sling Mace, which throws giant boulders and can cause earthquakes. To obtain his silver and gold mystic armor, he had to defeat the Rock Wolf of Temra. To don his armor, obviously he shouts, "Earth beneath me."
There seems to be a lot of weapons in this show that don't actually do weaponship, instead they fire mystic bolts of energy. I wonder why.
Yeah, well, it was the 90s, and we had the whole Mikey nunchuck incident, which, along with other things, I guess, changed Ninja Turtles into Hero Turtles.
Ninjas can be heroes, it's just you gotta look at it a little bit.
Teenage Mutant Ninjas who are perfectly acceptable role model Ninja Turtles.
This shit right here, you kidding me?
These actors right here? Oh, you're gonna be pulling my leg. I guess I felt an affinity for this show because I still am Irish. I haven't given up my blood, as it were, but I never knew until I asked my mum when I was like 10 and whatnot. So I guess it must have been shortly after this when I found out.
The problem is that he's playing original Dungeons & Dragons, so his Thaco to hit Armor Class 0 is completely shit.
Explain to the viewers what Thaco means, mate.
To hit Armor Class 0, it's the method they use to determine whether or not an attack would hit up to the 2nd edition of Dungeons & Dragons.
See, this is completely Nightmare-esque. Sidestep to your left. What? Right? No, left!
And then he died. Ooh, nasty.
No, you have to do it with a bit more oomph. Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, I call bullshit on that ghost being vulnerable to edged weapons. That's usually not how it works.
It's an enchanted blade.
Well, if he's using enchanted blades already, then why does he need the fucking twin axes? Are they more enchanted? I guess they are.
They are enchanted with Sentai powers that allow him to transform.
Okay, what mystic projectile do they let him shoot? Like tree trunks, or...?
just laser bolts, it says here.
Okay, sure. That's, as you know, it's a normal thing when you go in a forest and then the branches just cock their guns and start firing lasers at you.
Yeah, Rowan, if you like interrupt this mystic ceremony, I will actually turn you into a skeleton.
Well, am I watching Dragon Slayer right now? I just got a huge Dragon Slayer vibe all of a sudden.
Or is it Dragonfire, the board game?
I haven't played Dragonfire. Is that like Hero Quest, the board game?
It probably is, yeah. It's a little bit like, I think it was also called Nightmare, you know, the Blagole.
The Blago. You fucked it up!
You completely puts it up, you Gaelic prick!
Oh, well, he passed. Okay, sure.
Okay, so just like Tommy, he was being too strong. He had to dial it back so as not to overshadow the other Mystic Knights and whatnot.
That's true. I mean, we do have a Red Ranger. You can't overshadow him fully. Sorry.
Really? Could you not get some lightning bolts and whatnot, although...
That's one. You need the other. The handles are so stumpy, though.
Okay, dance party time.
Now, if he can, like, throw them and then they come back, that'd be pretty cool. Wait, how come one of them has a normal size handle, but the other one doesn't?
I guess one's for throwing, one's for, like, wielding.
I suppose.
You could probably make a pretty good, like, D&D character using this sub.
I want to see a splat for Dungeons & Dragons running Mystic Knights. That would be interesting, actually. Yeah, you just saw them, dipshit. You can handle it.
Ah, but it would be really fun to send you in there. I get a good giggle on my fairy television show, I would.
You're going to find them Kevlar elves, and you're going to teach them a thing or two about fucking with the fairies.
Oh, Santa's been getting a bit too big for his britches, so he has. You can guide him, but so help me, if you defeat the monster he's assigned to fight, I'll take away your arm and I'll give it to him.
Just give him all the powers, that's not fair. Stop having fun, guys. You can't do that in the woods.
It's literally, yeah, the stop having fun ones.
This just kind of makes me pine. I kind of wish they had a Magic the Gathering show like this, actually. When I was younger, that would have been pretty cool, although doing the card game thing I don't think would work.
Well, the closest approximation to that would be the, what the fuck is going on?
Do you have snacks?
That wasn't even, like, meant to be in the TV show. It was just one of the stagehands who wanted on, like, to sit.
There are too many tiny people in this show.
Hey. That's sizest, I guess? Although, no, it's not, because they're not actual, like, little people and whatnot. What I was trying to say was, there was actually a Dungeons & Dragons cartoon series.
This is true. I've seen bits of it. It was done in the 80s. Doesn't really fit D&D that well, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Make my Irish monster appear!
Now you're going to get me the Smurfs!
Oh, Maeve's rocking that little, like, stripe across the eyes aesthetic. I can dig it. Although that may just be artifacting on the video, I'm not sure.
Go, my tutu creatures! You have first strike in combat!
If you prove yourself here, then we'll move you up to Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, and then from there, VR Troopers, and there, Beetleborgs, and so on.
That'd be a pretty good promotional streak. Now find Dorothy! This sucks. Where the fuck is the campsite? I can't believe this.
We've had one breakfast, yes, but what about second breakfast?
We just had breakfast for dinner. That's how I do it. Only banshees are allowed. That's why we brought the girl.
Yeah, like, we're the hype men, and women, and women, princess, yes. You're the only one allowed to use your weapon. So what do you think we're going to encounter in the Banshee Woods, mate?
I don't know. If this is Dungeons & Dragons, I'm sure the GM has something completely stupid for us to face. Oh, falling trees, okay. And fucking the bugs of unusual size.
Of course it goes for the black guy first.
This is an awkward place to have a conversation.
Little hug battle. Gotcha.
Hello, I'm looking for Kamen Rider. Have you seen him?
No, Dragon Knight's over that way.
Watch out, he has 12,000 attack points.
This is like just a farce at this point. Like, there's going to be one creature for every other of the Mystic Knights.
Third one comes on screen. Hey, I'm Joe. So which one of you want to dance?
Yeah, like, I'm not really a huggy, like, touchy-feely type of guy. Do you want to go get a coffee or something? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they don't even punch or hit people with their claws. They just hug everybody, you know?
Hey.
just come in, hugs everybody, man. It's just, they're just looking for love, guys.
Legs for the dads.
I want this one's brain. I'll trade ya. Man, you guys should have taken skill ranks in Unarmed.
I cast Axe on the web.
The spider comes out to hug him.
These giant spider webs aren't weird or conspicuous at all.
Not actually a spider. It turns out it's just a giant fish in a web. Hey, that's bad luck if you cross underneath those.
Uh-oh, spaghetti. Oh, no!
I hate spiders.
Why'd you make them Australian?
I don't know. Why are they Irish?
Jesus, because it's set in... Oh, no!
Oh god, Shalob's here.
Pretend like you're caught by a giant spider and then lose your axe. That must have been a weird one to interpret from the script.
Now I'm going to hug you.
Oh god, it's just bringing back memories of when we watched Arachnophobia in class one day, because, like, they didn't have a lesson plan, and all the time spiders were on screen, Tundra Boy would, like, do, like, little tappy motions up my back and whatnot, the fucker.
Okay, that guy was clearly one of the friends at the TMNT meets. This bat guy right here, that's Wingnut.
What's he doing in the sewer? Bats don't live in sewers, that's silly.
Okay, well he has spines, so hugging people makes sense as an attack strategy. And this guy is just too friendly, I'm sorry, he's just...
If you want your merch, you're going to have to defeat me!
Oh wait, I can just stand up, oh!
It's just a net and whatnot, it's not like web at all.
Just cleave it right in the fucking head.
Not particularly sharp mystic weapon, gonna be honest.
Hey man, those ropes cost like $4, be careful. Twin timber axes.
I could have said that a bit more enthusiastically, but not for the pay I'm getting, unfortunately.
Here come the fucking lasers now.
Here we go, you ready?
I'm ready. Why does it look like a tutu?
Fuck yes.
Hey, these were designer boots. What are you doing?
This was probably one of my favourite sets of armor.
It looks pretty good. I gotta say, the gold colors look really nice. I'll hug you.
We'll hug everyone. No one can stop us, especially not the 6th Ranger. Or the 5th, I guess.
That way they can't hug us from behind.
Not on a kid's show, they can't.
I'm going to cleave a motherfucker. Wait, why'd he get rid of the mouth guard? That's like the best part.
So you could see the actor, I guess. It was Marvel movies before Marvel movies were a thing.
On their backs, their hugging ability is powerless. It's not green with evil tear, I gotta say.
Yeah, also the mouth guard kind of ties the whole thing together. He just looks like a baby in a suit of armor.
That's true, it's like Captain America with his little baby face.
Well, to be specific, it's the fucking first Avengers movie, like Joss Whedon, Captain America.
Yeah, that's true. We've all made fun of him behind his back, but now we can make fun of him openly.
Well, he has twins, like, axes now, so we have to be a bit more careful.
That's true. He'll get mad, and it shoots lasers. That's really scary, guys.
Yay! Why don't we get these powers? Why are they above us in class and whatnot? Why are we accepting this?
Are they actual knights? I think that's why. They have rank.
See, Ivar's armor was probably my favorite.
Alright, who's the lucky birthday boy? But now I'm not. That problem's done. Thank goodness.
That's the moral. Good night, folks.
Yeah, I taught him that. Did they ever defeat Maeve? I don't think they did.
I'm not sure. Let me actually go down the episode guy here.
You'll have to look quick.
Let's see. The last one is Banished. Rohan must embrace his destiny to defeat Maeve once and for all.
Okay, sounds good.
Yep. At least it had a conclusion, you know? The end. Everyone cheered. So, bit of a rocky start when I was, like, explaining stuff and whatnot, but I enjoyed that as it went on. It's about the same as I remember it, which is to say, it just veers into schlocky territory every so often. But, at the same time, I have to appreciate that it's like a completely new Sentai or tokusatsu, you know? Like, made from the ground up, not adapting anything, which kind of, again, contradicts why we made this marathon in the first place. But damn it, I wanted an excuse to cover Mystic Knights and get the Forest Knight in there.
There you go, there you go. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's original Toku. It's not amazing, but it's mid-90s kid shit. Oh well, it happens. It's not bad. Far from it. I've definitely seen worse Toku out there, or Toku attempts. So, hey, solid B.
Indeed, solid B all around. Come back tomorrow, where we'll be checking out episodes 1 and 2 of VR Troopers. You see, we can't stay away from, like, the internet for very long. It's a metaphor for HFC in general. See you then, guys.